Hello students, this is Sir Polly from the Department of Political Science. I'm sure you're all keeping fine and safe at home. First of all, let me congratulate all of you for successfully passing out from class 10. And welcome to a new session, new class, grade 11. You know, due to this pandemic COVID-19, we are not able to have the normal classes in the school. So from Livingston International, we are trying our level best to reach out to you so that you keep learning, staying at home safe and sound. We will be giving 3 tools. 1, the video explanation of the chapters. 2nd, the notes in the form of PPT. And the 3rd tool, that is the textbook. A combination of these 3 tools will help you to understand the concept of every lesson thoroughly. But my dear boys and girls, unlike the normal classes in the school, where we mentors are always after you, now you are at home, you have to take care of yourself. In order to make it a success, you have to be very serious. Make a proper timetable and have a regular study. Then I am sure you will be able to understand every lesson very well. Anticipating and expecting this cooperation from you all, let me begin. Well, my dear boys and girls, in grade 11 political science, there are 2 textbooks. One is this Indian Constitution at Work. This book will be explained to you by Sir Jamal. And the second book, this is Political Theory. This book will be explained to you by me. For the final examination, both the books carry equal marks. 40 marks each for the theory and 20 marks for the internal assessment. So 40 plus 40, 80, and 20 marks for internal. That makes up 100 marks for the full political science paper. Well, my dear boys and girls, let me today start with the first lesson from the book Political Theory. The first chapter is Political Theory and Introduction. The name of the first chapter is Political Theory and Introduction. And from this chapter, in this video, I will be explaining to you 2 topics. The first topic is what is politics, and the second topic is meaning of political science. So through this video, we will be able to understand 2 topics. First, the meaning of politics, what is politics is all about, and secondly, what is political science. Well, my dear boys and girls, get ready. We are going to learn the first topic from the first chapter, that the topic is what is politics. Well, my dear children, the moment you heard the word politics, the first thing that comes into your mind is that, hey, this is something bad. Politics is a dirty game. It is played by the politicians. I don't like this. Sometimes we used to say, hey, he is playing politics with me. I don't like that. But my dear boys and girls, that is a wrong concept. Today, you will understand what exactly the meaning of politics. And I want all of you to listen carefully and delete from your mind that wrong concept that politics is bad. Politics is a dirty game. Absolutely not. Today, you are going to learn actually what is the meaning of politics. Well, my dear boys and girls, so many philosophers, so many thinkers have given lots of definitions about politics. I have combined all these definitions and I've made a simple definition by which you can understand actually what is politics. And the meaning of politics, so the definition of politics goes like this. Politics is the process of cooperation, competition, and conflict in the society. I shall repeat once more. Politics is the process of cooperation, competition, and conflict in the society. These three terms, cooperation, competition, and conflict, are known as the three elements of politics. Now let me explain to you in details the definition of politics. Politics, first of all, it does not happen all of a sudden. Just close your eyes and open, yeah, politics happen. No. Politics is a process. It is a process. Process of what? Process of cooperation, competition, and conflict in the society. In other words, politics deals with how the people are cooperating among themselves, how the different nations are cooperating among themselves in the world, how the people are competing among themselves, how the nations are competing among themselves, and next, how they have the conflict. Conflict means quarrels, misunderstanding, fights, and wars. And this is called politics. So politics is not a dirty game. It is actually the study of the behavior of human beings. How the people are cooperating among themselves, how the people are competing among themselves, and how do they have the conflict. And you know, my dear boys and girls, we find politics everywhere. We find politics in our own homes. You may say, sir, no, we don't have politics in our house. But that's wrong. There is politics in the house. In every home there is politics. Why? Because in every home there is cooperation, there is competition, and there is conflict. Unless and until a husband and a wife have a cooperation, they cannot have a family. Unless and until parents and children have cooperation, they cannot be a good home. And sometimes they show competition among themselves. Sometimes they have conflict. And so there is politics in the family. We find politics in the school. We find politics in the marketplace. We find politics even in the churches and temples, and everywhere we'll find politics. And that's why one great philosopher said, you may not be interested in politics, but politics is interested in you. And our father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, once he said, politics envelops you like the coils of a snake, and there is no other way out but to wrestle with it. Very beautiful sentence given by Mahatma Gandhi. He said, politics envelops. Envelops means cover you. Like the coils of a snake. You know, when a snake eats a prey, it goes around the prey. It makes a coil. Just like that. Politic source envelops you like the coils of a snake. And you cannot just escape from it. You have to wrestle with it. You have to fight with it. So my dear boys and girls, we find politics everywhere. It is not that old concept that it's a dirty game. Everywhere politics is there. Politics is the process of cooperation, competition, and conflict in the society. And we find politics everywhere. I hope you understood the meaning of politics. Now we shall go to what is political science, the subject that you are learning now, political science. In class 9, 10, you have learned political science as a part of social science. But from grade 11 onwards, you are learning political science as a separate subject. And what is actually political science? If you look at the word political science, there are two words. One is political, another is science. And if you know the meaning of politics and science, combining these two, you can understand what is exactly political science. Just now we have learned the meaning of politics. So what is politics? Politics is the process of cooperation, competition, and conflict in the society. Now what is science? You know, there are different branches of science. Biology, physics, chemistry, zoology, botany, and so on. What is science? When we say the word science, what does it mean? In simple terms, science means a systematic study. A systematic study. A scientist just do not believe simply anything. They observe, they do some experiments and come to a conclusion. They make a theory and that will be true everywhere. And they make a study systematically. A systematic study of anything is known as science. So if you combine these two words, then we'll understand what is political science. So political science is what? A systematic study of the process of cooperation, competition, conflict in the society. So political science is a systematic study of the cooperation, competition, conflict in the society. And you know, a great Greek philosopher, Aristotle, once said, political science is the master science. Political science is the master science. Aristotle is considered as the father of political science. He is a great Greek philosopher. Aristotle, he is considered as the father of political science. And he said, political science is the master science. Master science means political science is the master of all the sciences. In biology, you learn about plants and animals. In chemistry, you learn about elements, metals, and all that. In political science, we learn about human beings, nations. How do the people cooperate among themselves? How do the people compete among themselves? How do the nations have conflict? We study about the best creation of God. And that's why political science is considered as what? The master science. So my dear boys and girls, be proud that you have taken a subject, political science. It is the master of all the sciences. Yes, my dear boys and girls, I'm going to wind up this video today. And before I wind up, let me recap what we have learned today. We have learned two topics from the first chapter of political theory. The name of the first chapter is political theory and introduction. And the first topic that we learned was, what is politics? Politics is a process of cooperation, competition, and conflict in the society. And second point we learned is, what is political science? Political science is a combination of two words, politics and science. Politics is the process of cooperation, competition, and conflict in the society, and science is a systematic study. So we combine these two. Political science is a systematic study of the process of cooperation, competition, and conflict in the society. And finally, Greek philosopher Aristotle is considered as the father of political science, and he said political science is a master science. Well, my dear boys and girls, that's all for today. Take care, stay home, stay safe, and keep learning. Thank you so much.